Welcome to LSB Feasters Radio Channel and Travel Corner, where our mission in life is to preserve great radio from the past. Today, we're going to Boston and 1510 WMEX. WMEX was one of Boston's big top 40 stations. It did pretty well, had some great personalities, lots of great energy, pretty popular with the people who loved it back in the 1960s. If you're familiar with Larry Glick, he worked at WBZ and WHDH in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. He was the overnight guy on WMEX in the early mid-60s. Jerry Williams, who went on to bigger success at WRKO and WBZ, also did two-way talk at MEX for a while. Today we're featuring Fenway. I've had so many people request MEX, so here you go. If you like what you hear, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and smack that bell after you do so you can be updated whenever we post anything new. All right, let's go way back to 1961 as we feature Fenway on 1510 WMEX Boston.
Good morning to you. With color radio set up, make your day plenty gay. With music from your WMEX.
Hi, good morning, Gloria. It's your Schnook in the Breakfast Nook here in the all-new WMEX. A minute after 8 o'clock. It's a Wednesday. Going to be a ringer-dinger as far as weather is concerned. Partly sunny and cooler today.
We have the Fleetwood, a very successful group.
There they are, the Four Preps. Nothing like a little bit of the old raspberry in the early morning hours. Here 4 minutes after 8 o'clock. And speaking of money, did I tell you the one about the rich Texan's wife? On her Cadillac, in big, bold letters, she has a phrase. And the phrase is, "For whom the bulls toil." Like that, huh?
Hi, this is Les Paul.
And Mary Ford.
School bells ring and children sing. It's back to Robert Hall again. Mother knows for better clothes. It's back to Robert Hall again. You'll save more on clothes for school. Shop at Robert Hall.
No one but Robert Hall has Little Miss Robin fashions for your daughters. In sportswear, sizes 7 to 14, Robert Hall has the newest pleated and swing skirts from $238 to $495. Comb cotton blouses and overblouses are priced as low as $157. Robert Hall has machine washable sweaters as well as girls' slacks. Also included in the huge Robert Hall selections for girls are sizes 3 to 6X. For back to school, Robert Hall brings down the cost of dressing up your children.
And then there's this police commissioner I know, and on the side of his car, in big, bold letters, is the phrase, "For whom the bulls toil." There's the Robert Hall Clothing Center in Chelsea on Revere Beach Parkway. Others are in Natick, Saugus, Brockton, Quincy, Dorchester, Waltham, and Cambridge. All open nightly until 9 p.m. with plenty of free and easy parking. 5.5 after 8 now. Here come the Dovels, and it's number 12 this week on the Tune Decks, the Bristol Stump. From the new WMEX on a Wednesday morning, it's 7.5 after 8 o'clock.
No one can like Ritter can. Ritter Ketchup, saucy taste.
All set to sing along right now. Me, 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 me. Okay, let's get together and do it.
With WMEX, fun has just begun. You'll hear the music that's always tops. Roll up the rug for a record hop. Keep up with your team, have a date with a dream team to WMEX.
Charlie, get your feet off the desk, boy. This is a business office, heartland of American industry, last frontier of free enterprise.
Yeah, sure, okay. Don't holler.
Now, come on, Charlie, get with it. This is Friday, boy, vital day in the real estate business. Charlie, put away the bubble gum cards.
Okay.
All right. Now, are we set for the big weekend? Listings all in order? Big ad in the Boston Herald?
Oh, that reminds me. I saved you some dough.
Wonderful. Great. How'd you do that?
I skipped the ad in the Sunday Herald.
Skip the ad? You what? Boy, you've just cut our throat. Why, every smart real estate broker in the state is in the Sunday Herald. Everyone knows the Herald Traveler produces more qualified buyers and eager renters than anything else. Get on that phone, boy. Call Algonquin 41234 right now.
What's that number?
Algonquin 41234, the Herald Traveler Real Estate Classified. Oh, I don't know why I ever hired you.
Must have been because no one else would. Huh, Dad?
10 minutes after 8 now, the Fenway Show. Around the world, I've searched for you. I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. I like it, I like it. 12 minutes after 8 o'clock on the all-new WMEX now.
In Boston, WMEX, the station, the wonderful station of the
Now, if you are flying this morning out of Logan International Airport for parts such as New York City, well, you'll find the weather there is clear. It's 81 degrees. In Washington, 77 and clear. Chicago, the Windy City, reports cloudy weather, 70 degrees. In the Midwest, St. Louis is 79 and cloudy. And finally, in Honolulu, 77 and rain. Oh, if you're flying to Los Angeles, you'll find it's partly cloudy out there, 63 degrees. And in our town, downtown right now, 68, with lots and lots of scattered clouds.
That scream was from Scream of Fear, a motion picture so startling and suspenseful that managers and staffs of theaters everywhere have been pledged not to discuss its electrifying story. Scream of Fear, starring Susan Strasberg, Ronald Lewis, Ann Todd, and Christopher Lee. See the motion picture designed to keep you on the razor edge of hysteria. See Columbia Pictures' Scream of Fear.
Don't miss the New England premiere of Columbia Pictures' Scream of Fear. Opening today, that's today at the Paramount Theater, Boston, and the 20 good people writing Scream of Fear, the most times in a postcard, win a pair of tickets free to Scream of Fear. Contest closes midnight, September 13th. Now, that is tonight, so get your postal card off today to the new WMEX Boston 15. Now, there's Michael and the crew out there in the rowboat. If you're rowing this afternoon, you'll find the tide will be high along our greater Boston beach line at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, the time of the high tide, 16. New WMEX, good yawning minutes after 8 o'clock on this start of a new Wednesday, September 13, 1961. Have you had a chance to visit the new West Roxbury Supreme Market, located beside Sandy's Discount Store, 1230 Veterans of Foreign Wars Parkway? If you haven't, you better do it today. I want to tell you why. Starting this week, a 4-piece place setting of lovely tropical design pink bamboo dinnerware will be given free with the purchase of $12 or more, or 2 place settings with each purchase of $24 and so on. So wait until you see. Don't wait. By golly, you get there right now and see the striking new pink bamboo design by famous Salem China at the West Roxbury Supreme Market. Now, every piece is oven-proof. Even in free gifts, you get finer quality at Supreme, and you get gold stamps, too. Now, that's the new West Roxbury Supreme Market, 1230 Veterans of Foreign Wars Parkway, West Roxbury, and they're open late each and every night.
What's the weather gonna be?
Listen to Mr. X and see.
Not going to be as sticky today as it has been the past couple of days. Mr. X is partly sunny and cooler with the high temperatures around the low 80s. Thereabouts, cloudy and cooler tonight. Low temperatures mid-60s. Tomorrow look for cloudy skies, showers too, and little change in temperature. Now, as I told you before, the tide will be high around 2 o'clock along our greater Boston beach line. It still serves 68 new WMEX degrees along the, along all around your old Boston town. Lots and lots of scattered clouds, too.
More music, music, music. The radio's filled with fun. From Radio 1510 WMEX.
No one can like Ritter can. Ritter Catsup, tomato good.
18 after 8 o'clock now. That's our flapjack flipping time. Here goes Brooke.
Frankie went down.
I should have shot him 40 times. I'm a witness, Frankie. I was there.
There goes that babbling Brooke Benson on Color Channel 1510 and your sound dial 20 and a half after 8 o'clock now on Color Channel 1510. 68 in our town, downtown right now. Want to say right now that Dan Donovan will not be appearing in the Boston Common today, conducting his lecture, Ping Pong Injuries and How to Avoid Them. He will not be conducting his lecture today. Tomorrow, maybe.
You can make your money for you.
Make your money for you.
That's just what your money will do when you save at the Charlestown Savings. For a future that's bright and sunny, save where interest means more than money.
The Charlestown Savings.
2 offices in Boston.
The Charlestown Savings.
And 1 in Charlestown.
The Charlestown Savings Bank.
That's my bank.
Think privacy, think Charlestown. Charlestown Savings Bank holds your financial affairs in strict confidence. Respect for your privacy is just one of many reasons you'll enjoy banking at Charlestown. Why not open an account today at one of Charlestown's 3 convenient offices at 55 Summer Street, opposite Jordan's, 42 Washington Street, and in Charlestown at 1 Thompson Square, all at MTA station exits. Dividends are paid quarterly, now at the rate of 4%. Deposits go on interest the 15th of each month.
Charlestown Savings.
2 offices in Boston.
The Charlestown Savings.
And 1 in Charlestown.
The Charlestown Savings Bank.
That's my bank.
22 after 8 o'clock as we hoop it up here on the Fenway Show for Wednesday morning, September 13th.
Johnny Willow was a soldier in the U.S. infantry, and they sent him off to battle in 1943.
In the U.S. infantry, and it's men like Johnny Willow that'll keep our country free.
W M E X Clark with the news.
Presented by Adams and Sweat, your Magicus drug cleaner in Boston. It's 8:25. This news is happening now. Big X, big story. Boston, a young Revere mother is scheduled to return for more cross-examination today in the sex attack case against Dr. Joseph Kreplick. Mrs. George Convent of Ensign Street testified at yesterday's opening that Dr. Kreplick raped her in his office after giving her a drug. F. Lee Bailey is representing Dr. Kreplick, an Arlington psychiatrist. During cross-examination yesterday, Bailey asked Mrs. Convent if she and her relatives hadn't dreamed up the story to get some money. She said no, but did admit, however, that she had filed suit against Dr. Kreplick for $50,000. Big X home ground. Boston, the state will outline its case today in the Middlesex Superior Court trial of John J. Kerrigan of Dorchester, charged with the murder of Cambridge patrolman Lawrence Gorman. Following statements, the jury will be taken to the Kendall Square area to view the murder scene. Patrolman Gorman was killed in a gun duel with 2 men who had broken into a restaurant. Boston, Police Commissioner Leo Sullivan has ordered captains of every division to clean up vice in the hub. Sullivan told the captains they would be held responsible and offered them the services of policemen from other areas unknown to prostitutes, B-girls, and lewd performers. 5 women were arrested Saturday in a raid on the stage bar in the theater district by Captain John Slattery and a squad of detectives. Boston, a Hub newspaper says a member of a socially prominent Massachusetts family has been murdered in his hotel room in Mexico. The Globe says the body of 57-year-old Henry Ward Abbott, a financial writer, was found in his blood-soaked bed, apparently murdered by a meat cleaver which cut his jugular vein. Only his phonograph and a small amount of money was taken in the robbery. The hotel's night clerk is being held. Boston, traffic congestion at the Boston-Milton line will be alleviated this morning with the reopening of the Granite Avenue Bridge over the Neponset River. The span, closed since 1959, links the hub and Milton with Quincy. Big X, New England. Adams, Massachusetts. A 20-year-old Springfield man has been sentenced to 18 months in jail for polygamy. Robert Healy of High Street was confronted with both wives in district court yesterday. He married his first wife in Hartford, Connecticut 3 years ago, but forgot to divorce her before taking his second wife in marriage at Keene, New Hampshire. Both have sons. Providence. Jane Brown Hospital officials say former Senator Theodore Francis Green spent a comfortable night, but his condition remains the same, critical. Green is suffering from a heart block, which reduces the pulse rate. He's been in the hospital in Providence since Friday. Big X, USA. Miami, Hurricane Esther, a new and potentially dangerous hurricane with top winds of 130 miles an hour moving up the Atlantic. The Weather Bureau says a storm now is centered some 1,300 miles east of Puerto Rico. Officials of the Weather Bureau at San Juan say Esther, the 5th hurricane of the 1961 season, may become dangerous, but at present is not threatening any land areas. Big X World. Berlin. Berlin starts its second month today as a city split down the middle by a concrete wall. The Communist East Germans are marking the occasion by plugging up escape holes rammed through the wall by fleeing refugees. Color Radio Clock. 28 past 8. Big X reports on sports. The Boston Red Sox sending Tracy Stoller to the mound today in an attempt to avenge a 5-1 loss to the Senators in Washington last night. Ed Hoball will seek his 7th win for Washington, while Stollard's out for his 3rd win against 4 defeats. Southpaw Pete Burnside spun a 3-hitter last night to give the Senators their victory over the Sox. Now's the time to buy the rug you've been wanting. Now, during Adams & Sweat's fantastic fall carpet sale. You'll save bundles of money on beautiful first-quality carpeting from famous mills, all priced so low we can't give brands on the air. Adams & Sweat has picked up fabulous values in part rolls and mill ends and passes the savings along to you with amazing buys like these. Heavyweight 100% continuous filament nylon carpet, regularly $9.95, now $5.75 a square yard. All wool plush broadloom carpeting, regularly $29.95 a square yard, now just $14.95. All wool, textured, originally $8.95, now just $6.99 a square yard. And at Adams & Sweat, you can trade in your old carpet toward new. So hurry on the double to Adams & Sweat, 380 Dorchester Avenue, Boston, and bring your room measurements with you. Quantities are limited. The big selection won't last long. So hurry in or call Andrew 8000 for convenient shop and home service.
How many cookies did Andrew eat? Andrew ate 8,000. How do you keep your carpets neat? Call Andrew 8000.
From the 1510 weather tower, here's the report right to the hour. Take it away.
Currently 68 WMEX degrees, humidity 87%, winds northeast at 15 miles per hour. Low tide now, high tide 2 p.m., sunset 6:56. Boston weather, cloudy and cooler through tomorrow, high today in the low 80s, low tonight in the mid-60s. Repeating the big act, big story of the moment. Two sensational trials resume in Middlesex Superior Court today. Mel Burns reporting instant news for Adams & Sweat, your Magic Kiss drug cleaner in Boston on the new WMEX. Survey proven #1. Next news, the instant it happened.
We scoop Boston just for you. Front page news that's always new on WMEX. News beat. WMEX. News beat.
Whoa, you know